Hello. I'm Dr. John, and this is the channel where health and education meet. Are you under 30 and already feeling frequent fatigue, headaches, or lack of energy? Living in a rush, eating whatever you can, and thinking high blood pressure is only an issue for older people? Then this video is for you. Silent hypertension is affecting more and more young people, and the culprits are on your plate, in your cup, and in your daily routine. Today, I'm going to show you the main foods and habits that are bringing a serious health problem closer, and how you can make simple changes to avoid it before it's too late. This video will get straight to the point, with real examples, a youthful language, and practical tips you can apply today. No boring theory or nonsense. Stay with me until the end, because understanding this now can literally prevent diseases, save you money on medication, and give you more energy, focus, and drive for your life. You're one step away from turning things around, and it all starts with knowing what's sabotaging you. Let's go. The biggest trap many young people fall into today is thinking high blood pressure only comes with gray hair. Spoiler, it's not like that. In recent years, the data has skyrocketed. According to the Brazilian Society of Cardiology, over 30% of young people between 18 and 29 already have blood pressure levels above the ideal, and worse, most of them don't even know it. It's that story. The bomb is ticking, but no one hears it. Meanwhile, the routine continues on autopilot, skipping breakfast, rushing lunch, and having dinner wrapped in plastic. The body speaks, but many are deaf to it. When that constant headache hits, people rush to painkillers instead of a checkup. That feeling of tiredness even after a good night's sleep? It must be stress. The problem is that these signals are subtle, and that's exactly why they're dangerous. High blood pressure is deceptive. It rises slowly, quietly. Until one day, boom. A scare that could have been avoided with simple changes in diet and lifestyle. What's most shocking is that the culprits are right there, on your fast food plate and in that cold energy drink. And we're not just talking about people who live on hamburgers. Even that innocent, instant noodle at midnight plays a significant role in this story. If your diet has turned into Russian roulette, it's time to identify the real villains in this modern routine, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about now. They're everywhere, looking nice in the packaging, smelling great in the delivery, and addicting in taste. But these friends of convenience are, in fact, the villains that have been compromising the health of an entire generation. Burgers, fries, nuggets, frozen lasagna. It's not just fast food, it's fast problems. The perfect combo to cause inflammation, disrupt your body, and spike your blood pressure. And the most ironic part? They always show up disguised as rewards after a hard day. Now, let's be real. Who hasn't reached for a snack while binge-watching a show, or grabbed a soda for energy? But behind this harmless habit, there's a sea of additives, trans fats, and excessive salt. It's like feeding a fire with gasoline. Even that traditional French bread with mortadella enters the blacklist when we look at its direct impact on blood pressure and overall cardiovascular health. And there's one more thing. Many of these foods come with a double trap. They're poor in nutrients and packed with substances that throw your body out of balance. The result? You eat, but still feel hungry. And then, the cycle repeats. The good news is that once we learn to identify these villains, it becomes easier to make better choices. But there's one ingredient that's even more treacherous and hides even in fitness foods. The main villain of high blood pressure isn't always salty in taste, and that's where the danger lies. Sodium hides like a ninja in foods that don't even seem that problematic. That fit cereal bar? It could be full of it. The whole wheat bread that seems healthy? Also. Even flavored yogurts, bouillon cubes, and soy sauce contain more sodium than your body needs for a whole day. And the poor body starts accumulating this excess without showing visible signs, until it does. To give you an idea, one single packet of instant noodles can have almost 3 times the recommended daily sodium. And no one eats instant noodles thinking they're doing something wrong, right? It's quick, cheap, satisfies hunger, and that's it. But the bill comes later. Excess sodium causes fluid retention, forces the heart to pump harder, and over time, it's like driving a car with the handbrake on, wear and tear is inevitable. In the long run, this leads to hypertension, swelling, headaches, fatigue, and it can even affect the kidneys. The trick here is to learn how to read labels. A simple tip: if a food has more than 400 milligrams of sodium per serving, be careful. And if the serving is 1 spoonful, and you eat 5, you already know the damage. Start by checking the ready-made seasonings, processed meats, ham, turkey breast, sausage, and even cheeses, especially the yellow ones. Once you realize where sodium is hiding, you'll start to understand why seemingly healthy young people are developing symptoms that used to appear only around the age of 60. High blood pressure in young people is like a buggy software. You don't notice until things start to freeze up. Symptoms usually go unnoticed in daily life. That constant fatigue, which you just think is due to lack of sleep or college stress. It could be your body screaming. Or that headache that insists on showing up after a normal day of work and study. It's just a tough day, you think. The pressure rises without warning, and the bill comes later. The problem is that, because it has no visible or dramatic symptoms, high blood pressure is easy to ignore. When a young person has chest pain or difficulty breathing, of course, they'll seek help, but as long as the signs are discreet, the risk remains invisible. And there's more: blurred vision, tinnitus, even irritability. All these can be signs of high blood pressure, but who would imagine that this could be the start of something more serious? No one, until it's too late. That's why the alert here is to pay attention to what your body is saying. Being aware of your body's rhythm can make the difference between a small inconvenience and a bigger problem in the future. These seemingly harmless symptoms could be a key to detecting something before the risk turns into a drama. And what's worse, by ignoring them, you might be feeding the problem without realizing it, until it reaches the most critical stage. Here's the raw truth: what you eat is just one part of the equation. The hectic life, the non-stop days, work and study marathons without rest, sedentary behavior, all of this adds weight to the hypertension scale. And if you think only your diet is responsible for your health, it's time to open your eyes. The digital life, with its constant flow of information and notifications, also plays a role in this. Stress, mental fatigue, and anxiety are the fuels that feed the fire of high blood pressure, but it doesn't stop there. Did you know that poor sleep quality is also a major risk factor? That all-nighter or the poorly slept hours directly affect your cardiovascular system. Blood pressure rises, your body becomes more vulnerable, and the cycle of stress, poor diet, and bad sleep feeds itself. Imagine this happening day after day. Now think about whether you're spending your days sitting at a desk, or if your leisure time is spent in front of a screen. Lack of movement is not just an aesthetic issue, it's directly linked to increased blood pressure. So, it's not just about what you eat. It's also about how you live. Changing your routine is crucial. Simple tip: for every hour you sit, get up and move for 5 minutes. Stretch, walk a bit, do something off-screen. And remember, stress won't disappear with a pizza on Friday night, but with good rest, pleasurable activities, and moments of disconnection. In the next step, we'll see how you can put an end to these habits by replacing them with something healthier and more effective. The good news is that yes, you can turn this story around with small changes to your diet. You don't need to become a chef or follow a crazy 1,000-calorie diet. The secret is making simple, practical substitutions in your daily routine. Instead of that packet of chips, how about some sliced carrots or cucumbers? That's right, with a little creativity, your snacks can be more nutritious without losing flavor. If you're a fast food fan, a delicious and quick alternative would be to prepare a grilled chicken wrap with avocado and greens. Super healthy, practical, and with less sodium than that double burger you love. The cheese? Swap for options with less fat and more protein, like cottage cheese or ricotta. Also, if you crave something sweet at the end of the day, invest in fresh fruits or natural yogurt with honey, instead of falling for sugary sweets packed with preservatives. And look, don't be fooled, it's possible to eat well without giving up pleasure. If you love soda, try sparkling water with a squeeze of lime or iced teas. Or, if pizza is your weakness, try a homemade version with whole wheat crust, natural tomato sauce, and vegetables. The most important thing is that these swaps are super realistic, don't require you to become a culinary master, and will help you feel the benefits in practice, like reduced pressure and more energy for your day. We know time is a luxury, and daily hustle doesn't help. But what if I told you that changing your health could be a matter of 5 minutes a day? For a young person with 1,000 things to do, the key is to incorporate quick and effective habits that can be done during breaks between meetings or while commuting. You don't need to commit to hours of exercise every day, although that's great, but small steps make a big difference. For example, how about replacing your rushed breakfast with something that will really nourish you, not just give you a temporary energy spike? A fruit smoothie with oats, seeds, and plant-based milk is quick to make, takes less than 5 minutes, and will keep you full until lunch. Or instead of skipping lunch because you're swamped with work, how about preparing a healthy meal the day before? It could be a salad with protein, grains, and olive oil, simple, tasty, and quick, and of course, hydration. Did you know that often, the feeling of fatigue and even irritability is linked to dehydration? Carrying a water bottle with you can greatly help keep your body functioning properly. Increasing your water intake can make the difference between a productive afternoon and one where you're just waiting to see what happens. These small actions, together, will help you control your blood pressure and improve your energy. Sometimes, the secret is doing less and being more efficient. And in the next step, I'll show you how these changes could be the key to preventing future problems. The truth is, it doesn't have to be too late to change. Many young people think that after a certain point, hypertension and its damage are irreversible. The good news is that prevention and even the reversal of some symptoms can happen long before critical levels are reached. The body is amazing, and when treated with care, it responds. The difference between those who take action now and those who wait for tomorrow is a matter of long-term health and quality of life. The first step is to understand that high blood pressure isn't a fixed condition. It can be controlled, and in many cases, it can even return to normal with significant lifestyle changes. A balanced diet, stress management, increased physical activity, and, of course, quality sleep, all of these make a huge difference. It might seem like a challenge at first, but when you see the results, more energy, less fatigue, and more balanced pressure, the reward is worth the effort. The secret is persistence, not perfection. That if you have high blood pressure or are just starting to feel the first symptoms, it's never too late to act. Even small changes bring big benefits, and what you do now can prevent many complications in the future. Imagine being able to control it while maintaining a life full of energy. Throughout this video, you've already learned to identify the main villains. Now, it's time to put into practice what you know and make these changes a real self-care routine. now that you have all the tools and tips to take control of your high blood pressure, the next step is simple: put it all into practice. Don't wait for change to happen on its own, you're the one in control. Start today with a small step, like swapping that snack for a healthier option or getting up and walking a bit during the day. Remember, real transformation starts with the small choices we make every day. Every choice counts, and they can be the difference between a future full of energy or one full of limitations, and don't leave it just for today. To make sure you stay on track, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep following our content. With each video, we'll have more valuable tips to improve your health, your lifestyle, and, of course, your quality of life. Share this video with your friends and family. The more people who know about this, the better. Together, we can prevent and even reverse these health problems. Change starts with you, but it can spread to everyone around you. So, what will you do now? Ready to take action? Comment below your goals to improve your health, and let's go on this journey together. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Your healthy future starts here.